Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are all on this crazy journey to reunite back with our twins, if you are on a twin flame or soul to soul journey. And all my messages go from that one to the next because they are all super connected. And I said in this morning's video about that basically things that have really helped me over the last few days have been a Leo King video, which is all about the astrology and about how the planets are aligning at the moment, and basically, you know, about having to have that real trust in divine timing and the divine order of everything. And also what really helped me yesterday was I channeled a letter. And I was doing, I do channeled letters for people from their twins or from their guides or from, you know, any real energy that they need some support from. And somebody had asked me for a letter from their ancestors to give guidance. And I did this yesterday, which was so great to do because it really, really, again, made me be very much able to go, just breathe. Everything is going to be okay. And so I'm going to share it because it is quite an amazing letter, given everything that's happening with all the planets aligning and all of these energies. We're having big influx of energies, and you know, and really to help, you know, it's basically messages of support to help you stay on track and to help keep you grounded, because the other important thing is very much to ground the spiritual connection into the physical. And it can be quite easy to go off either on a tangent of, you know, flying off into the ethers, or forgetting about that and then getting too much into the physical and letting fear take control. So it's about being able to balance the two, because of course it's really important to work on the spiritual connection, but to work on the spiritual connection too much without actually grounding that into the physical is also where you get out of balance again. So this is just a really great letter of support and just puts everything into perspective again. So the letter was what the person's ancestors, what would you like to tell him? And it was this: that you are all so close to the biggest transformation that your planet Earth has ever seen. But the ride is about to get a lot more bumpy. Imagine an influx of cosmic gases are coming in by the vastest amounts. It is going to change up and shake up how everyone sees, feels, and experiences the world. But imagine breathing in air which has changed its consistency. At first, that's going to feel like you're choking, difficult to breathe, difficult to see straight. But ultimately, you can still breathe. It's just going to take a bit of getting used to. So don't panic, breathe. Take 10 deep breaths, and with each one, swallow more of your truth. Right, so I'm going to read that again because that is so powerful, that analogy, because you can imagine if the energy, I mean, the way that they've used oxygen as a way to explain this is just so clever, because everyone knows, you know, how you take a breath and you breathe in and out and it's just part of your everything. But if the consistency of that oxygen just changed slightly, you'd have an impact on how that makes you breathe, and then, you know, you'd feel all out of kilter and you'd feel like you're straining for breath a little bit. But actually, if you just calm and take 10 deep breaths, everything will then, you know, align itself again. And so that is such a powerful way of saying what's happening at the moment. What you might be feeling in your own life is that, you know, you're gasping for breath and you just can't seem to get out of this kind of funk. And this is what it's saying. It's like, just, you will get out of the funk. All you need to do is just breathe, is just stay calm, is just do anything you can to remain in balance and to marry that spiritual and grounded energy together. And so I'm going to read it out again because it was so great. I happened to do this channeling yesterday. And as I said, I was supposed to meet my twin for the first time in over a year in the physical yesterday, and it didn't happen. So I really needed to ground that spirit, to really get myself in balance, because initially I was way out of balance because I was, upset because I wanted to see him, which of course. But this helped me enormously because, again, it was just like, okay, it's cool. I know it's not supposed to be now. I know it will happen at the right time. I know that there's a divine order to these things, and it's okay. And so also this just explains everything, because of course the natural order and divine order of all of the changes that are happening cosmically, planets aligning, energy-wise, the ascension of the planet, everything. There's a divine order to it all. And so that is exactly the same as your twin flame reunion. There's a divine order to it. And so we don't have to make that happen. That just happens. So, which was just reassuring, right? It's just a really, because your crazy mind starts thinking everything, but actually then you take I basically took the advice of this letter, and I was just like, breathe, just breathe, just breathe. It's okay. So I'm going to read it again, and it is this: that you are all so close to the biggest transformation that your planet Earth has ever seen. But the ride is about to get a lot more bumpy. Imagine an influx of cosmic gases are coming in by the vastest amounts. It is going to change up and shake up how everyone sees, feels, and experiences the world. But imagine breathing in air which has changed its consistency. At first, that's going to feel like you're choking, difficult to breathe, difficult to see straight. But ultimately, you can still breathe. It's just going to take a bit of getting used to. So don't panic. Breathe. Take 10 deep breaths, and with each one, swallow more of your truth. And so I love that, because every time, another really good trick is when you well, it's not a trick, it's just a energy method, is when you're breathing in, you imagine golden energy filling your body, and when you breathe out, you imagine dark clouds or dark smoke, and that's all of your fears, anxieties, worries leaving the body. So you're breathing in and breathing consciously, taking in the golden energy, breathing out, letting all the anxiety and the darkness flow out of you. And if you do that, and you really, really concentrate and really visualize that golden energy filling you up, and then releasing all of that denser energy, it really does allow you to come back to center, come back to that state, that position of balance, come back to marrying the physical and the spiritual into one again. And at any point in the day when you feel yourself getting out of kilter or into that state of worry, anxiety, fretting, which we all do because we're human, there's no other way that you can, basically it's a human experience that we're trying to manage and trying to learn or remember, let's say. And so it is about when you feel yourself doing that, is just take 10 deep breaths. Breathe in the golden energy, breathe out the darkness and dense energy and all the anxieties and worries, and it will flow out of you. Now, the other thing that really helped me yesterday, so I'm going to read it out, it was the letter 75 came through, and these are all the child letters that I do in these books. And again, which is why it's such an incredible source of support, because when I read 75, which I was guided to yesterday, I immediately was like, okay, because it's this, that I'm really sorry. Actually, I'm beyond sorry that it's taken me such a long time to get my shit together and declare my true romantic feelings for you. Life has been tough, and it's made me not trust myself. not trust that I can make things be good in my life. And so I couldn't trust that I wouldn't mess yours up too. That's why I've stayed away for so long. I'm still battling with my own inner demons, and I don't want you to see me like that. You deserve more. You deserve me to be me, the me that isn't riddled with fears and doubts. I'm getting there, and I will get there, but sometimes I slip backwards again. All I can say is that I'm really sorry. I want to be the man you fell in love with all those years ago. I want to finish off what we started. I want you to be our final chapter together. I love you, my darling. Trust me, I'm trying to make my way home to you. Okay, so when I read that yesterday, because that was the letter that I was guided to, of course, then I was just filled with compassion for my twin, because I know, like with lots of us, they get in contact, then they go away again, then they get in contact, and it's that kind of like trip, you know, putting the foot in the water, but it's just energetically, you know, we have to go away from each other to align each other again, right? And so when you look at it like that, it's okay. It's okay. So from book 2, letter 75 is this. I love you. I want you. I need you. I am so besotted with you. Be still, my beating heart. For you are the only angel that floats my boat, stills my inner waters, and awakens all of my emotions. You have brought me into a new beginning of who I am and what I'm here to do. No more aimlessly floating through life with no clue what I'm doing. Now I have a purpose. I know why my heart beats and what makes it tick. It ticks for you, and the tick-tock of our clock is waiting to chime. Our chime can be heard across the universe. Focus on the beat of your heart and you'll find me. Okay, so that's from book 2, and then from book 3 is this. And it is, search for me here, search for me there, search for me everywhere, but you don't need to search anymore because I am here, in your heart, right in your heart. All the answers that you are seeking, all the questions that you want to ask, I already am. I already beat within your heart. You hear me. When you focus on your heartbeat, that is the sound of my drum, of our united drum. We are banging the tune of our reunion band. So jump on the bandwagon and follow our tune. Which, again, is so lovely, considering I was actually at a gong bath, which is all about drums, yesterday. So I kind of was just like totally uplifted when I read those, because I just knew again that was like the twin soul going, it's all right. Just keep following the beat of your heart and know that we're doing it together. And everything else is all about divine timing and trusting in that. And so I hope that really helps you, because that really helped me yesterday, and it just put me right back on track. And I just thought, this is such an incredible journey. And yes, it's difficult, and yes, ascension is difficult, and there's, you know, there is so much that is challenging. But focusing on the amazing signs and messages from your twin soul is just a wonderful thing. And I just thought of all of the, you know, I just was looking around me and seeing lots of couples together. And of course, on one side, I was thinking, I just would love that. But at the same time, I just thought, but I have this incredible, magical, mystical bond that is, and I see magic everywhere, like we all do, in the signs and the messages and everything. And being woken up to that is the best gift ever. So with the gift, we have to believe in divine timing. So again, it's all about divine timing. It's all about trusting in the divine order. All right, I hope that helps. And in the meantime, breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, take care. Bye.